welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin', the podcast. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans, and this is my, I don't know how long he's going to be with me because I think bigger opportunities await. But for now, he's my husband and co-host.
Hello, I'm Alan. Hey, Trade in the house.
Yes, a man is only limited by his options, and right now his option is doing the podcast with me.
Oh, that's not going to be for long, though.
Not for long, because once fame and fortune hit you, you might just leave me in the dust, babe, for that movie star career.
Wait till Martin Scorsese gets a little peek at the University of Las Colinas in that performance.
I'm telling you, it was something else. And we have a lot of podcast family members who would agree with me. It was something else.
It was something else, all right.
It was good.
It was something else,
We'll get to that. We've got Alan's
we're going to talk about that?
We're going to talk about Alan's big movie premiere. That's really, in addition to the Super Bowl. I mean, that was probably the most talked about thing going on this weekend.
We're going to talk a little Super Bowl.
We will.
Because my man, Patty Mahomes, world champion.
Yep.
My man.
MVP of the Super Bowl.
MVP.
Texas Tech graduate.
Yep.
So, of course, we were Team Mahomes more than we were Team Kansas City Chiefs, right? Mahomes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we have friends in Kansas City. We wanted him to win.
We do. But, if Patrick Mahomes was the quarterback for the Cowboys, we'd be possibly rooting the Cowboys on in the Super Bowl. But that didn't happen. Didn't happen this year. But congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll talk about that and also remind everybody how you can win $1,500 in furniture from Living Spaces. So we've got a lot to get to on this podcast.
Living Spaces.
Not just a movie star. You could be a jingle singer. Again, the possibilities are endless.
Multi-talented. Multi-talented.
Quit showing off.
I can do it. Oh.
You're auditioning for other work while we're doing the podcast.
I can do it with my right hand, my left hand, my feet. I can do all kinds of stuff.
You can.
Yep.
Let's not find out how many things you can do on this particular podcast, but we do have a lot to get to. But before we get to the University of Las Colinas and all that goodness, you know how you and I and me, and I'm assuming a lot of you listening to me right now, you'll go to the produce section and you'll stand there and you'll pick up all the pieces of fruit. You'll hold the peaches and you'll weigh it in your hand. You'll smell it and thump it and the melons and stuff. We act like we know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing.
I mean, I know how to squeeze the melons.
Right. We just pick the prettiest one and put it in the basket.
Yeah.
But the truth is, the ugly ones taste just as good as the pretty ones. They just, visually it's not pleasing. And grocers,
that's not always true. But...
Well, no, it is true. And grocers know that too.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Why.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, grocers know that we are more visual about that. And all in all, over $218 billion worth of food goes to waste in this country every year, including 20 billion pounds of produce, because people like Alan want only the pretty ones. And that's what Imperfect Foods is here to change. Imperfect Foods is the only food delivery service that buys that perfectly nutritious, delicious food at grocery stores that grocery stores won't sell, the stuff the grocery stores reject, and delivers them to you at a discount so you save money and help reduce food waste, which is really important in this day and age. We need to be more conscientious of that. Imperfect Food sources directly from farmers who are committed to quality and deliver that delicious, imperfect grocery stuff to you for up to 30% less than grocery stores. Now, we got our very first Imperfect Foods delivery. We got a bunch of spinach. We got some cucumbers. Let's be honest, those cucumbers were not cute, but tasted just like a pretty cucumber would. Even raw almonds. And along with the quirky looking delicious produce, you can get stuff like slightly scarred almonds, surplus coffee, discolored quinoa, offside eggs. Read about Imperfect Foods in the New York Times, Bloomberg, Forbes, or ask any of their over 200,000 satisfied customers.
And start saving time, saving money, and saving waste right now, because when you go to imperfectfoods.com/lovin', now through February 16th, you'll get $10 off your next 4 orders.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a total of $40 off. So just go to imperfectfoods.com/lovin' to get $10 off your next 4 orders. That's imperfectfoods.com/lovin', LOVIN, and enter lovin' at checkout, LOVIN. Thank you, Imperfect Foods. We love Imperfect Foods.
Mm-hmm. We like ugly cucumbers. All right, we got to get to...
Is that code for something?
No. We got to get to the University of Las Colinas.
University of Las Colinas.
This is 2 years in the making, and it finally came almost to fruition on Saturday. Almost.
Fruition.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you talk about how the whole process got started 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, Kelly asked me if I wanted to be in an indie film, and I'm like, a what? She said an indie film. It's like a low-budget film. And I said, well, who wants to know? She said, my friend Greg Jake Daniels. And I said, oh, so Greg is looking for somebody to be in an indie film? She said, yeah.
Who will work for free.
Yeah, he wants...
has a very flexible schedule.
Yeah, somebody that'll work for free. So that would be me. And yeah, so I said, well, what the heck? Yeah, I'll try it.
That'd be good content for the podcast.
Good content
honestly.
For the podcast, yeah. And you know, this is a little peek behind the kimono, but this actually wasn't my absolutely first acting thing.
What was?
Peter Rabbit in the first grade.
Okay, that doesn't count.
Well, but no, I used to do skits for the company I worked for, and they were on video skits. They were like 5-minute skits, but they'd film us. And like one time I was a bouncer, and another time I was a dating game contestant. And so, I mean, it's not like this was the absolute very first time I'd ever seen a script and seen a camera and that kind of stuff. So I guess I was...
You're a veteran?
Not a veteran. That's not what I'm saying.
You've got some skins on the wall.
Well, I'm not even saying that. What am I trying to say? I wasn't nervous about it, really. Not too much. But we filmed a lot of it in Las Colinas, and it's a movie about... Las
Colinas is like around Irving, Texas, that area.
Where the Cowboys used to play.
Former home of the Cowboys.
But it's a movie about... this school, and it's called the University of Las Colinas, and this cast of characters, they're all these kind of ne'er-do-wells, and they all have a kind of a little backstory, and they have to go to the University of Las Colinas to stay out of jail or to satisfy a debt or whatever.
Or to better themselves. A couple of people just wanted to better themselves.
Right. But it's a story about that, and to save the school, they have to start a flag football team. They think that that's going to save the school if they start a flag football team.
How?
Well, they think that if they have a flag football team, that they'll be able to pack the halls with more students because they'll be so interested in the school because you got to have football.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I get it that now. I kind of missed that.
Did you miss that?
Well, I didn't know if they were going to be betting on the games or selling tickets to the games, how that part played out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the big premiere was this weekend, this past Saturday. We gave away some tickets to some of our Sandwich and Some Lovely, Sandwich and Some Lovin' family. Which becomes Sandwich and Some Lovely.
We met some new friends.
We did. It was fun.
We had people come from Midland.
I know, and I felt so bad because after the movie was
That's
over,
about 5 hours.
They disappeared.
I know.
Felt awful.
They pieced out.
I had no way of calling them, and because we all moved over to a little bar. But anyway, I felt bad about that.
And there were some stories from that bar that we'll get into.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. So we show up for the premiere on Saturday. After a day busy shuffling kids around, getting kids covered, it was just a mess. But we made it happen, and we got there pretty much on time. And as soon as we walk up, we find out there's a problem.
Well, what's the problem, Kelly? This is Pastor Sam.
Why is Pastor Sam there?
Well, I got a problem.
We found out that the director, co-writer of the movie, who ended up being the star because somebody, dropped out,
Larry.
Not
our dog,
Larry.
The director, Larry.
But apparently the night before the premiere, he was looking through the footage, and there were a couple of glitches he wanted to fix.
Mm-hmm.
But in the process of that, something I don't understand. What happened?
I never got the full story.
We didn't get the full story.
It sounded like
something went wrong.
It might have been a corrupt file or something went wrong.
Right.
But the long and the short of it is he couldn't show the finished product.
Right.
He had to show a rough cut.
So this was a rough cut. The finished product got messed up because I get it. He's nervous. He wants it to be beyond perfect, but stuff happens. So we got to see the rough cut
We
of
got
the
to see the
movie.
rough. And what that means is, for all you people who aren't in the movie industry, is rough cut. It's like the video looks. It's not. It's like a unfiltered photo.
Right.
Right. It doesn't look as pretty.
And the audio's
the audio's kind of coming in and out.
Yeah. So maybe that's the part I missed about how the flag football team was going to save the school, because some of the dialogue was kind of lost. But I will tell you this. And he was sweating bullets. He was a nervous wreck, but he really didn't need to be, because it was really funny, because there were some laugh out loud parts. I mean, didn't you hear that from the audience? I mean, they just spontaneously broke out laughing. So that was great. And then we're in the movie. We're bought in. Now we're coming for the home stretch. 3 minutes to go.
Oh. 3 minutes to go. And I will say,
every climactic scene.
I was looking around, observing what people were doing, because I was going to see, are people just on their phones or No, everybody was like watching, and they were sitting on the edge of their seats.
We had to find out how this thing ended.
So we're about 3 minutes to the ending, and all of a sudden, I hear somebody kind of walking up. I'm sitting on the aisle, somebody kind of walking up next to me, and I hear a tripping sound. And then the video goes out, because one of Larry's assistants
operating the camera
that operated the camera and the lights and the sound when we were filming, he tripped on the freaking power cord and unplugged the power cord. And everyone's like, oh, what happened?
Right. It was.
Oh, that poor guy.
Yeah, it was like, oh, you're kidding me. But they got it plugged back in.
But it took a minute or 5-7 minutes to reboot it and get it all back up.
And then fast forward back to the part where we left off. But end result was, I thought it was really good. I was pleasantly surprised. I don't think anybody in that movie had anything to be embarrassed about. I was really surprised. Some of those actors in that movie. Actors. Isn't that what I said?
Actors
in that movie.
When you're serious, you're an actor.
Some of those actors in that movie, I thought, man, have I seen them in something like on the big screen? Because some of them had those faces, or they were the quality of work. They could have been in a big screen movie. I personally believe.
Wow, babe.
My husband included.
I think you're just doing a bit.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm serious. Some of the acting was really, really good. Some people are doing it just because they love it. They've done community theater and wanted to be a part of a project. But this movie was done on a budget of $2,500. All the sets, props, actors' time, everything was donated. So when you take that into consideration, I can't wait to see the final product.
Yeah, because if you look at the trailers on YouTube, that's the quality that it should have been.
Yeah.
But like what we were seeing wasn't, it wasn't retouched. It wasn't retouched. So
it wasn't filtered, I guess.
Yeah, but Larry said about a month. He's trying to get it completely done and distributed. And what I've heard is Amazon Prime.
Yep, that's what we've been told.
And Hulu is what he told me a while back. And that's all I've heard.
But they're still sticking. I didn't hear Hulu the other night, but I did hear Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. So we'll let y'all know when it's available.
And he also told me that right at the beginning when I was just starting, he said that kind of stupid, funny American movies on DVD and Blu-ray, they do really well in Asia.
Really?
That's what he said. So
he might be traveling to Asia.
So he said he might try to distribute that way.
For a fan event.
Yeah.
You could be like part of whatever their version of Comic-Con would be for their favorite movie stars.
That could be the freaking Filipino Elvis.
Yeah, you could just post up, take pictures all day, sign autographs of your DVD cover. You never know. You really never know.
Yeah. Well, it was fun. We had a few cocktails at the hotel where the screening was.
Yeah. After it was over, a bunch of us, there is a tequila bar at the venue, which was much better service than it was in the restaurant. Let's just say that. But so we all piled over there, and I felt really bad because a couple of our podcast family members, we lost them, couldn't find them again. But there were some interesting characters there that weren't part of our group.
Babe, I don't know if you got the full story.
I got part of the story.
Okay.
I got enough, I think.
All right, let me set the scene.
I got enough of the story that I didn't need to hear more.
Take me a few minutes to tell the story. So we all migrate, after the screening, over to a tequila bar. Pretty small bar. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was just a really small bar.
Intimate.
Very intimate bar. And it was me, you, some of our podcast family, and some other people, and one bartender. And we were just all having some cocktails and stuff and, laughing and having a good time and talking about whatever. Well, a couple came in, a man and a woman, and they just started talking to some of our podcast people.
Yeah, what are you all doing here?
Yeah, what are you guys doing here? And then, I kind of go over there as I do. I kind of bounce around and just want to see what everyone's doing. And I go talk to this couple. And people will tell me anything. I mean, they will. And
you have one of those faces?
Yeah, I guess. But
I don't.
Yeah, you don't. But it turns out, he said, I don't tell many people this. And I'm like, really? So I kind of lean in, he goes, we're from out of town. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, you're here at the hotel. What are you here for? He goes, well, me and my wife, we stay here at the hotel, and there's a club we like to go to here in Dallas. I'm like, really? Is it like a dance club or is it like a nightclub or Sambuca kind of club, music and things like that? He goes, no. He goes, it's a swingers club. I'm like,
I wonder why he chose to tell you.
So I don't even flinch because I've got a lot of background information on this, right? I mean, and I was like, dude, that's awesome. That's what I said. I said, dude.
The subject of swinging comes up a little too often on this podcast.
It comes up a lot. But it was funny that it came up because
interesting. It didn't come up to me, but it came up to you.
Because we've talked about this. So I was like, really? Tell me more. So, he kind of told me how this works.
He probably gauged because you acted
like no big deal
and it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
He thought,
yeah,
this could be a potential.
Right.
Whereas I would be like, oh my God, and I would run.
Yeah. Well, here's what he told me. And the long and the short of it is, I'm not going to say like everything he told me, but he said basically they come into town, they roll to the club. They stay there from about 9 to 3 in the morning.
Wow. Oh my, I'm too tired to swing. I got to go home.
You got to change your voice. And then they do what they do. And they said it's a lot of fun. That's what he said. And then they go back to where they're from. But I was like, so.
I'm really surprised.
I just said,
looking at them.
Hypothetically. I said, dude, hypothetically. Let's say I wanted to tag along.
See? He thought you were willing.
I just said hypothetically. I said, my wife is sitting right there. I said hypothetically.
Well, they looked at me as another potential candidate until they saw the look on my face.
Well, until they saw some of our podcast family, too. Because then they started hitting on a couple of them,
right,
which will remain nameless, but they started hitting on a couple of them.
They did.
Yeah, they did. So he said, well, you could, but single dudes aren't really encouraged. Like dudes by themselves aren't really encouraged. So he said, you could if you're not creepy, but it would be like $300 to get in. I was like, oh, okay. He goes, see, the beauty...
Single women can go.
Right.
But not single men as a rule.
So he said, the beauty of this situation is that me and my wife go, well, my wife, she's fluid. She's fluid. So his wife she could roll with whatever, just roll with the punches. And she kind of brings people to that couple. That's how that works.
So it's up to her.
It's up to her.
She's the power point person, the point person.
Right. That's what he said. He said, nothing's happening unless she's cool with it. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Was she cool with you? Is that what you're about to say?
I didn't really talk to her too much.
I'll just be honest. I was a little surprised. I guess they weren't dressed for the club at that point. They were not going dressed the way they were because they weren't wearing club clothes. She was wearing like flat slide sandals and like, flared leg khaki pants. It just wasn't like swinger wear. Not that I know what swingers should wear, but I would just think they would wear maybe closed-toed shoes and a heel.
They looked nice. I mean, they were fine.
Or maybe an open-toed sandal,
just
but just a heel.
Totally normal. Just totally normal.
You would not have known it by looking at them.
No. I mean, but what's a swinger look like? You don't know.
Well, not like me, apparently. Nobody ever asks me, only you.
Well, they were putting the full court press on
a couple of our family members. Yes, they were. In fact, we were like, see you later. We got to go. So we left them to fend for themselves. But they're adults. They can handle it, right?
They're big boys and girls. And I had to go to a family birthday party.
We had to be at a surprise birthday dinner, and you have to be punctual for those things. So we had to leave, unfortunately. Well, I mean, but fortunately, it was a great party. But I would love to have seen how that played out. Did you talk to our friends after the fact?
Well, see, there was he will remain nameless. I don't want to embarrass him, but there was one of our podcast friends that won tickets, and he came in, and he was actually by himself. And I was talking to him, and we were not making fun of them, but we were kind of joking about what they were telling us. I'm like, dude, you're single.
Allen.
What?
Don't encourage that.
I'm like, you're here by yourself. Why don't you just go check it out? He's like, well, yeah, I'm kind of thinking about it. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think he did.
Oh,
and he might have just been saying that to appease me. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, because you're sleazy.
No,
Look at you loving this stuff.
You can't say that.
You're acting sleazy.
No, I'm not. I am not at all.
You're encouraging.
I was collecting information. People want to know this. This is inside. I was like a mole, babe.
Yeah.
I was like a mole. Next time, maybe I should go in.
Yeah, that's what you should do. Undercover operation.
I could undercover, brother.
You'd be going without me. I'm not that curious.
I remember the name of the club.
Is it well known?
I don't know.
I know there used to be one in Dallas when I first moved here 20 some odd years ago called Sans Souci, which means without care, right?
I don't know.
Without worries or
I'm
something
not
like
sure.
that. Sans Souci. And that's why
I thought that was Hakuna Matata.
No, Sans Souci, I think it means sans means without.
Hakuna Matata.
But sans means without in French. Sans.
Good eye, mate.
Sans Souci. I think that. Anyway, I knew the rule about how men couldn't go single, but women could. I knew that.
Yeah.
So anyway, they
were a nice couple. I learned a little bit. Podcast story. There you go.
What is up with... Okay. We've got over the rest of 2020, we're not talking about swinging.
Well, that's fine. But, just because we don't partake in a particular activity doesn't mean that it's not prominent in the community. You know what I say?
I don't know how prominent it is. I mean, what is a percentage? Has anybody done a study on that?
Doggone it. That reminds me. We got a letter from one of our listeners, and they sent me a very nice letter about this subject.
Mm-hmm.
And it was written in a very nice way, very professional way. They said, hey, we've heard you kind of talking about this a little bit. We want to tell you how this works. And,
well, now you found out how it works.
Well, yeah, from this couple, but I want to read that letter sometime. So we will talk about it again.
One more time, I guess. So anyway, we'll tell you when University of Las Colinas is going to be available.
Las Colinas.
That's the jingle again. Allen auditioning to be a jingle singer. That's coming up hopefully on Amazon Prime very soon. We're excited. Now we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. Because that's what was on everybody's mind on Sunday, pretty much. I think the majority of the country, if you didn't watch all of it, you watched probably some of it. Maybe just tuned in for the halftime show. Maybe just tuned in for the beginning festivities with Demi Lovato, Yolanda Adams, at the beginning of the show. But before we get with that, we all love a good subscription box. I love stuff delivered to my doorstep. We just told you about Imperfect Foods that's delivered right to your doorstep. But you know who else loves subscription boxes? Kids.
Yeah, they do.
Kids love getting mail and packages and things like that. Well, KiwiCo makes a great subscription for kids all the way up to the kid at heart. Perfect activity kit for every young explorer, engineer, and artist in your life. They get to be creative. It gives them confidence when they accomplish this stuff and makes them, hopefully translate to them being fearless in all their endeavors with KiwiCo's innovative projects. Now, our sons, Dylan and Cole, they got their own KiwiCo projects, their little crates. Dylan put together a pinball machine. Mm-hmm. He was so proud of that. Cole got this basketball catapult. They both just had fun doing this with their dad.
Yeah,
you love doing a hands-on project with your kid that gets them off their devices.
Mm-hmm.
What they didn't realize is they were actually learning about STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. They just know they're having fun and they're not intimidated because all of these crates, they are designed towards your child's age group. So they get hands-on learning delivered every month. All the supplies you need for that month's project are right there in the crate with detailed, easy-to-follow instructions written for kids and an educational magazine to learn even more about that crate's theme. They've got the Panda Crate for itty-bitty babies from 0 to 2, the Atlas Crate, 6 to 11, up to the Tinker Crates for ages 9 to 16 plus, even the Eureka Crate, ages 14 to 104. That's that kid in heart we were talking about. But all of them are just fun projects that aren't overwhelming and aren't frustrating. And that's part of the key to helping kids get excited about learning, isn't it?
That's right. And KiwiCo is a convenient, affordable way to encourage your children to be anything they want to be. There's no commitment. You can cancel anytime. You got monthly options that start at $16.95 a month. That's $16.95 a month, including shipping. So for our listeners, go to kiwico.com/sandwich to get your first month free. That's KIWICO.com/sandwich. Every day counts when it comes to making a difference, so don't miss out on this amazing opportunity. One more time for good measure, babe. Go to kiwico.com/sandwich and get your first month free. That's KIWICO.com/sandwich.
Kiwi, like the fruit.
Like the bird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
An Australian bird.
Good eye, mate.
I set you up for that one. I knew you would do that.
Well, the original's Austrian, but...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well. So, the Super Bowl. Now, at the last minute, and it was fine. It worked out absolutely fine. But about 2 o'clock, I'd say, our son Cole said, "Hey, I'd like to have Grandpa come over and watch the Super Bowl," right? Is that how it basically started?
That's kind of how it started, yeah. Because we were just planning you and me and Cole and Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sit there and watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we were just going to have our own little Super Bowl party. So I asked the kids when they heard the word party, what would you like to eat? Cake and ice cream, because that's what you have at parties, right?
Cupcakes.
And all Alan wanted was smoked Gouda and summer sausage.
Yes.
That's all you wanted.
That's really all I wanted.
But then I get the call from Alan about 2 o'clock, or I get the mass group text to the entire family. Hey, does anybody want to come over to watch the Super Bowl party? I'm like, now I've got to do a little bit more effort.
Not much, though.
Not much.
I mean, my family's so low maintenance.
Very easy. So all the chips and salty snacks we had in the pantry, dumped them in bowls, put it on the table. But I did make a very quick and easy buffalo chicken dip.
I mean, Amanda couldn't stuff that in her yap fast enough.
My sister-in-law just bellied up to the stove where I had it.
Yeah.
I just had a spoon. No, we're exaggerating a little bit.
No,
we're
not. That's exactly what happened.
She loved it, and it was so simple. I mean, you can Google easy buffalo chicken dip recipes. There are different variations. I got one just in case, real quick, if you're interested. You can buy the canned shredded chicken like you can with tuna, but this is chicken, but it already had the buffalo sauce, the buffalo wing sauce in it, which means it's a little bit milder, but you can add like Frank's Red Hot or whatever to make it spicier if you want. So I dumped 2 cans into a bowl. I got a block of cream cheese, although later I looked at recipes and said I should have put 2 blocks, but it was fine. And then I put about half a cup of ranch and half a cup of blue cheese in there and a big old handful of shredded cheese.
Good.
Mixed it all up.
It's very cheese intensive.
Yes, it was. Mixed it all up with a spoon, spread it out because I had to melt the cream cheese a little bit to make it soft enough.
Drink a bottle of Drano to go.
Put it all in a casserole dish and baked it at 350 for about 20 minutes until it got bubbly. And that was it. It was super simple. And like I said, you could add more hot sauce to it, but it's really easy. Canned shredded chicken, ranch, blue cheese, shredded cheese, and cream cheese.
Oh, a lot of dairy, too.
And then I served it with celery sticks and carrot sticks and crackers. Even had some pork rinds out there. We realized our little niece, Beatrice, is in love with pork rinds, but rather than explain to her she was eating pork rinds, we just kept telling her they were chicharrones.
Chicharrones.
So that was the big spread we had.
Very low maintenance.
Very low maintenance. Nobody was drinking. We had a bunch of kids.
Well, no, JD was.
Yeah, he had one.
I poured JD a little nip.
I tried to have a glass of wine. I just wasn't feeling it. I just wanted to watch the game.
Well, that's because the day before we were at the premiere party.
Yeah, we had enough.
Hit it hard. And then we went to the Clint. Happy birthday, Clint. Clint Moss.
Yeah.
Dr. Moss. We went to his birthday party.
Surprise.
And had another there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a lot.
We had enough.
We had enough.
But, yeah, so the Super Bowl. Thoughts?
Oh, man, great game. Just what a game. I mean, I was sweating it out. I was for the Chiefs because Patrick Mahomes went to Tech. I went to Tech.
At one point, I thought it was
Yeah,
over.
we thought 20-10. The Chiefs didn't look good, and then Mahomes threw 2 interceptions. And we're like, man, he is just, I hope the
49ers had momentum on their side.
Yeah, and I didn't say it, but I was almost thinking maybe the Super Bowl stage is too big for Patrick Mahomes.
Oh.
Not so much. as he did in the divisional playoff game and in the AFC Championship, came from behind. They scored, what'd they score? 3 unanswered touchdowns? Yeah. I mean, they were down 20-10. They scored 3 more touchdowns.
It was something else.
So, unbelievable game if you're a Chiefs fan. If you're a Niners fan, not so much.
Yeah.
But I had this lady. So, I posted, let me get this off my chest. So, I posted a congratulatory screenshot of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid at the end of the game. And all these Chiefs fans are out there like, that was awesome. And Tech fans are out there. That was awesome. And this one lady's out there. Have you noticed how all the Cowboys fans have jumped onto the bandwagon? All these Cowboys fans are jumping on this bandwagon. Have you noticed that? Maybe that's because their team's no good. So I look at her profile, and she's a Niners fan.
Yeah.
Okay, so sour grapes.
Well, the reason we're jumping on,
and I almost wanted to say, look,
Patrick being a Texas Tech alumni.
Yeah, I went to Texas Tech. I mean, I'm not a Chiefs fan, but I can kind of pull for Patrick Mahomes. Is that okay with you? I didn't say that, though.
Yeah, we weren't wearing Kansas City gear. We were
all
wearing
Mahomes gear.
Our Texas Tech gear and stuff. And and Cole he drew a little Patrick Mahomes sign. So let's be honest, we were Patrick Mahomes fans, but he plays for the Chiefs. So that's who our choice was for the Super Bowl.
Pulling for Mahomie. But yeah, that was awesome. And I stayed up, watched to the bitter end. Kelly and I did. And
then I made him stay up and watch. He had to watch The Masked Singer with me. I said, you have to at least watch one episode with me.
So I saw those.
Because it was the Super Bowl episode premiere, and they teased it the whole show.
And it was, I mean, what I witnessed was like a karaoke episode, like bad karaoke.
No, it wasn't bad. There were some good singers.
And a bunch of people dancing around in costumes.
There were some good singers, and I think some of them are going to actually be really surprising. And I couldn't guess. I did get, spoiler alert, I mean, come on, if you haven't seen Masked Singer by the time you hear this podcast, you don't plan on seeing it. But Lil Wayne was the first one unmasked. And I told Alan, they had to have that rigged, because I think Lil Wayne's probably like, I'll do it because it's the Super Bowl special, but I don't want to come back week after week. I don't have time to do that. So I think that's why he was the first one to go, because he was not the worst.
Was that Lil Wayne or
Lil Wayne? Wheezy.
Oh.
Wheezy is his nickname.
That wasn't Lil Nas X?
No.
Okay.
Lil Nas X was actually in a Super Bowl commercial.
He was. Okay, just real quick, though. People want to know. They want to know. What was your opinion of the halftime show? And then what was your favorite commercial?
Okay, well, we start with Yolanda Adams. She sang.
Oh, you're going to start with that. Okay.
America, God bless America. Right? That was beautiful. Is that what she sang? Or was it America the Beautiful?
No, I think she sang America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. That's it. She sang, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain. That's what she sang.
Yeah.
She did a great job. And then, here comes Demi Lovato, who 10 years ago, February of 2010, she said, one day I want to sing the national anthem at a Super Bowl. And 10 years later, that manifested.
Yep.
And she did awesome.
Yep.
Didn't waver, didn't crack. Didn't look scared. She has a powerhouse voice.
Real quick, a lot of people are talking about that tweet, but did you know Patrick Mahomes also had a tweet similar? That someday I want to say I'm going to Disney World at the Super Bowl.
And then somebody in the yearbook said one day they were going to, something about Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl ring. He was like the most likely to earn a Super Bowl ring or something like that.
Wow.
So yeah, we need to get a vision board or start tweeting stuff we want to happen, right?
But Demi did great. She was looking right too. I like that suit she had on. That white jumpsuit.
Yeah, with a fresh spray tan. I was afraid it was going to rub off, but she looked great.
Yeah.
So then we're all, of course, waiting for the halftime show, and it was much hyped because honestly, the last couple of years have been really disappointing.
Yeah.
The most recent one was Maroon 5, and everybody was just like, that was a big snooze fest. They just kind of, they just did a regular show. There was nothing flashy about it. Same thing with Justin Timberlake. It was kind of like, what was that? It was kind of boring. Lady Gaga, now she put some effort into it. She was before them. So it's like,
Lady Gaga.
Okay, we need the women to bring some life back to this halftime show. Yes, we do. Mm-hmm. And the night belonged to Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. And there are a lot of mixed reactions on social media, which is just the most evil, awful place on the planet. Now, I'm sitting there, granted, I'm watching with a couple of 7-year-olds, a 10-year-old, and an 11-year-old.
And then a 48-year-old with a 10-year-old sense of humor.
Right. If I had been watching it without children, it would have been a different experience. But the kids, they were giggling and laughing and talking about how
it's because they were shaking their bottoms. Right. They were, to a kid, they see these adults thrashing and shaking their bottoms.
And they're giggling
and, they're
and saying, it's lewd, because lewd is a very funny word
and they were
in
like,
our house.
Ew. They're like, why are they flipping their hair so much?
Why are they so lewd? And everybody's hysterically laughing, okay? So I'm trying to watch and pay attention. They're like, who's that? I said, I think it's Bad Bunny. Who's that? I think it's J Balvin, which I was right. I guessed right on those two. But, Shakira's up there. She does this like la 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 thing with her tongue. That is in, Middle Eastern cultures. That's how they do the women do that celebration with that.
I have no idea.
Yeah. It's sort of like...
I thought she was doing a bit. I have no idea.
It was that la 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 thing.
Right. I know now because I've heard in the news, but...
And, yeah. So there's that. And then, they're not wearing a lot of clothes and they're shaking stuff and grabbing private parts and stuff.
And I tell you what, best Brazilians money can buy.
Anyway. A lot of people are saying, yeah, it was a little bit too vulgar, but I thought it was exciting. And I thought Shakira is 43. Jennifer Lopez is 50. They were rocking it out. They looked beautiful. I just thought it was great. Now, of course, the day after, I'm told how stupid I was for liking it because there were so many political things being done.
What?
Yes.
Like what?
Like
happened?
Like the children in those cages.
Oh.
They were like in those little domes with the bars, and they were saying that was represent. And I'm like, is that what that meant? Because I didn't get that. I mean, I was just kind of watching the show. I did know, they were representing the Latin culture of Miami. And so, Jennifer Lopez, she was wearing the American flag on one side, but she's Puerto Rican descent. And so when she opened up her cape, it was the Puerto Rican flag on the other side.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I missed a lot of I wasn't really looking at it for the political stuff. I was just wanting to be entertained.
That was me. I was just watching the singing and dancing, and I was wondering if I could, as a man, get into one of those costumes that the backup dancers had, the men backup dancers, and I determined that probably not. I couldn't do that or do those moves.
I just wanted, I was just like, wow, I should work out more and try harder and maybe put a little bit more time into my hair and makeup and fashion choices, give you something more interesting to look at.
Now, no, babe, what are you talking about? Now, Kellie is the biggest J-Lo fan.
I love her.
Okay, honestly, guys, hey, I can take or leave J-Lo. Really, I can take or leave J-Lo. I really don't care too much either way. I mean, she's fine. I know Kellie loves her. I get it. She loves her. I could take
her.
Her
daughter came out, little Emmy.
Yeah, okay, I could take her or leave her. Now, Shakira. I thought Shakira was looking right.
Well, they were both looking great. And I don't know why people are having to pick one or the other.
Because that's what men do. They pick.
I know, but they're like, who did it better? Who stole the show? It's like, why can't we just enjoy it and let the women share the stage?
They both had a different style.
I know, but I don't like that. I just think they both did great.
Shakira was more of a belly dancer. And
that's what she's known for.
J-Lo is more hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jennifer, she learned all those pole dancing skills for her movie Hustlers, and she got to show off some of those. Like I said, it would have been a different experience if I didn't have a bunch of kids in the room giggling, laughing, and it was lewd. And yeah, I didn't need to see some of the crotch stuff. But overall, I was entertained. And I would rather be entertained than bored. And I didn't get the political messages. I'm sorry. I'm not a good enough political-minded person to get all that.
Well, that people look for political messages in everything today.
Everything.
But I was like you. I was just wanting to see kind of like, what are they going to do? What's the show going to be like? And I mean, it was entertaining. I mean,
and I thought,
it wasn't horrible.
It wasn't horrible. It was it was way better than
better
the
than
past
last
couple
year.
of years. Absolutely. And the commercials, I purposely didn't watch any. You could go online and watch a lot of the commercials ahead of time, but I like being surprised by the Super Bowl commercials. And I didn't really have a ton that are like, oh my gosh, that was the best Super Bowl commercial. Did y'all see that? Let's rewind it. Not a lot of that.
All-time best Super Bowl halftime show?
Oh, who?
Give me Prince.
Yeah, he was great.
Give me, remember Michael Jackson? Super Bowl 25?
I'm trying to remember a lot about. I remember him doing it. I don't remember a lot about the show.
And then didn't the Rolling Stones do one? It was pretty fly.
I seem to remember that.
Yeah. Those are my favorites.
There you go. So back to the commercials.
Oh, sorry.
Now the thing is, a lot of celebrities were in those commercials, but would you be able to remember what products they sold? Because these companies, they said on average, I wrote it down, $5.6 million for that 30 seconds of airtime during the Super Bowl. And that doesn't count the hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of dollars it cost to make those commercials.
Yeah, that's just the media buy, and you got to make the creative, right?
So
you got to shoot that.
What stands out to you as far as some of the Super Bowl commercials?
Well, my favorite by far was and I don't even know what product it was
exactly,
but it was the Jason Momoa.
Exactly.
It was
Jason
hilarious.
Momoa
So
comes
funny.
home after a hard day, takes off his shoes, and he immediately drops like 6 inches. And then he takes off his arms, and he has skinny arms.
And his abs.
His legs. He takes off his hair. He's this little scrawny weakling who can't even lift a bar. His wife, Lisa Bonet, makes a cameo at the end because he can't, lift the weight on his own. She's like, oh, you poor thing. But can you remember what he was advertising?
I can't remember what he was selling.
Rocket Mortgage.
It was a mortgage company.
It was Rocket Mortgage.
Wow.
Do you have any other recollections of any of the Super Bowl commercials?
Yeah. Well, the one with Post Malone.
What was he advertising?
That was beer. I can't remember the brand.
It was Bud Light Seltzer.
Bud Light Seltzer. Oh, and then the other one I remember was the guy was whistling Guns N' Roses, Patience.
What was he?
It was beer.
That was beer?
Can't remember what brand it was. But he was whistling Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, I don't remember that one really.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people are we're really loving the Google ad where the old man was remembering Loretta, his wife Loretta, and hey Loretta, remember how she hated my mustache? Da, da, da. Well, then I get on Twitter today and somebody says, for all of you stupid people who are crying over the Google ad, you don't know that Google's just trying to steal all your information for their big database. I'm like, again, I can't even like a commercial because of the political over and undertones. I don't even know. I'm not allowed to like anything, but I thought it was very moving. Was it because the man was suffering from Alzheimer's or was it because his wife was dead? I've heard two different interpretations of that.
To me, it sounded like she wasn't with him anymore.
I thought that was because he was just trying to remember all of his dead wife stuff, but somebody said it's because he had Alzheimer's. Oh. So they had a different interpretation. Huh. So you did mention Lil Nas X earlier.
He was in a commercial with Sam Elliott.
Yes, and what were they advertising?
And who was the other guy? Oh, Billy Ray Cyrus is in it too. Was it Hyundai? Was it a car?
No, that Hyundai was a different one.
I don't remember.
I forgot what they were advertising. I looked it up. Doritos.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I remember Post Malone had a different commercial for the spicy hot Doritos where he got the Dorito tattoo, but I don't think that played during the Super Bowl. Oh. You remember Tom Brady caused such an uproar on Twitter when he posted that black and white photo and people couldn't determine if he was walking into or out of a football stadium because of the way the shadows were, and what message was he trying to tell us? Was he retiring? Was he walking away? Was he walking into the stadium, meaning he's coming back? Well, it all turned out to be a black and white Hulu commercial.
Hulu, yeah. And you know what? If you ever think my jeans are skinny, look at that guy.
Well, he's a fashionista. Anyway, he said in the Hulu commercial he's not going anywhere, so I guess fans are happy about that.
I heard he might be going to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Really?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
They'd have to pay a lot to get him.
Yep.
Allen liked the Smart Car, the Smart Park. You liked that one.
That was funny.
Do you remember who was in it?
Well, big Chris Evans.
Rachel Dratch, who used to be on Saturday Night Live. Apparently, these are all Boston natives because they were talking like the Boston.
The pack, the guy. Yeah.
But they didn't get like Ben Affleck and his friend.
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon. Also, John Krasinski was in it. And the guy in the window was former Red Sox player David Ortiz.
David Ortiz, yeah.
What were they advertising? The Smart Park.
That was a Hyundai.
Hyundai Sonata.
And it parks itself.
But what I was thinking, while they're the smart car that parks itself, that doesn't mean the people around you aren't going to open the doors and bang into your car.
Yeah, no,
you can get your car into these tight spaces, but other people are going to be trapped and ticked off at you for squeezing in there, and they're going to scratch your car.
I wonder if it parallel parks too.
I don't know. Let's see what else. There was a Martin Scorsese and what was his name? The guy that loses weight and gains weight. He was in Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh,
he was at the
Jonah
party.
Hill.
Jonah Hill. What were they advertising?
I don't know.
It was Coke Energy.
Oh,
it was like a.
It was.
It was like a Coke.
Oh, it was because he drank his Coke Energy, and then he could go meet him.
It was like a power, like a Red Bull Coke. It was
Right.
like a Coke Energy. So I thought that was interesting. Bryan Cranston and Tracee Ellis Ross, they did a takeoff on The Shining. Remember when he broke through the door? What were they advertising?
No idea.
Mountain Dew, sugar-free.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Some of them, if you remind me, I remember. Yeah.
But that's the thing. They paid for you to remember.
That's called unaided and aided brand awareness, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they said there's some ad agency that tracks these things. They said the most successful commercial of the night, and I must have gone to the bathroom or went to get somebody something to drink because I did not see this commercial when it aired, but it was the Bill Murray Groundhog Day
I missed
one.
that too. How did I miss that one?
I don't know how we both missed it. We must have been.
What were we doing?
I don't know. No.
Yeah.
But that was for Jeep. Okay. They said that commercial was the one that won the night, but we didn't see it. So there you go. That's your rundown of the Super Bowl commercials, however you felt about them and whether or not we were supposed to be offended. I can't remember if I'm offended or not. There were a few political ads in there. Those are always polarizing. I know a lot of people are mad at Jay-Z and Beyonce for not standing up during the national anthem. But as I said, I've got, we thankfully and fortunately live in a country where you have the right not to stand up, right? Because in other countries, you don't have that right. You better stand up and you better, So at least we have a country where you have the freedom to sit if you want to. I personally would stand, but as Americans, that's their right.
I will always stand. That's all I can say.
That's all we can say.
I will always stand. I don't care if somebody has to help me up. I will always stand.
Yes.
I can't control what other people are going to do, but to show respect, I will always stand.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
That's all I can do.
And I will tell you that at the beginning of the game, it was so moving because it was the 100 years of the NFL when they had, was it 5 or 6 World War II veterans?
Mm-hmm. World War II.
They were all 100 years old. I was crying. It was so sweet. And one of them actually was able, the Tuskegee Airman, he was one of that group. He was able to come out and do the honorary
He had the
coin
coin.
toss.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. I
He
was
had the
weeping.
coin.
So that was really nice that they honored them in that way. So overall, I think the Super Bowl was a success.
It was a
in my
fun game to
opinion.
watch. Halftime show was pretty fun. Everything, the commercials were okay. Some years you're like, man, none of the commercials were good, but this year there were some pretty funny ones.
They were.
So
If you can just remember what they were selling.
right. All in all, I had a good time.
Now, real quick, we're going to remind you how you can win some really cool stuff. From
Living Spaces.
But before we get to that, if you've been listening to our show for any amount of time, we like to do things where we get together with our podcast family, where we can give you prizes when we can. And we also want you to support some of our longtime sponsors. And FrameBridge has been with us almost from the very beginning. We love FrameBridge because they make it super easy and affordable to frame your favorite things, art prints, posters, to the photos that are just sitting there on your phone. Phones take such awesome pictures now. Some of those are art gallery quality photos. Why don't you get them professionally framed with FrameBridge? Just go to framebridge.com, upload that photo, or they'll send you packaging to safely mail in your physical pieces. Let me tell you, Valentine's Day is coming up. If you have something you saved from your first date, something from your wedding day, something to have that professionally framed at FrameBridge for Valentine's Day, you're gonna score major points. And you can also preview your item online in any frame style. Choose your favorite or get free recommendations from their talented team of designers. I had to have some help one time. I wasn't trusting my own taste. I was really appreciative of that free service. The experts then at FrameBridge custom frame your item. They deliver your finished piece directly to your door, beautifully packaged, ready to hang. You don't have to screw anything in the back. It's ready to go. And instead of the hundreds you pay at a framing store, their prices at FrameBridge start at $39. All shipping is also free. Plus, our listeners get 15% off their first order at framebridge.com when you use our special code SANDWICH. And remember, this is not just for your husband or wife. This is for maybe your parents. Don't forget them at Valentine's Day. Your galentine, if you will have something special to remember them, a very special photo in your phone, send it to Framebridge. And girlfriends need to remember each other at Valentine's Day too.
Galentines. Mm-hmm. So get started today. Frame your photos or give the perfect Valentine's or Galentine's gift. Go to framebridge.com and use our promo code SANDWICH to save an additional 15% off your first order. Go to framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH. One more time, babe. Framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH. Love Framebridge.
We do. We use them.
We do.
Yes, we do.
I have things in this office that need to be framed as we speak.
I know. We got to get on that. All right, listen. If you follow us on Instagram, you have seen this contest. We're going to tell you really quickly one more time. But if you don't have time, if you're listening to the podcast in your car, later go look at the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' Instagram page. Look back a couple of pictures, and all the rules for this particular contest are right there. But Living Spaces, which is online and also in our area, they have a big, beautiful store in Grand Prairie, Texas. They are giving us $1,500 to give away to one of our podcast family members to spice up your home. Maybe you want to spice up the bedroom. Maybe you want to do a little something in the living room. Living Spaces has all that online. You can check it out, or you can check out their store in Grand Prairie. We just need you to tell us how $1,500 from Living Spaces would spice up your home for Valentine's Day. But can you do it in 100 words or less? Because we got a lot of these things to read. And you can email it to us at podcast@kellyandallen.com. So get that done as quick as you can. The deadline to enter is 10 p.m. Central Time on February 9th. And we're going to announce the winner on our February 11th podcast.
All right.
All that?
Did you say how much that was worth?
$1,500.
$1,500.
And actually, the bedroom set that is pictured on our Instagram, that bedroom comes in at just under $1,500. They have all price ranges there. You'd be surprised at how far $1,500 can go at Living Spaces.
Living Spaces.
Right.
$1,500, babe.
Yeah.
15 Benjamins.
That's a lot.
15 C notes. That's a lot of clams. That's a lot of bread.
It's $1,500.
It's a lot of cheese. It's a lot of smack.
Okay. I don't know. All right. Well,
what? We're playing King of Money.
You win.
Oh.
You're the king of money.
Smack.
I thought smack was drugs.
Oh.
Or heroin or something, right?
Whoa.
Isn't smack heroin?
I think it is, yeah. I think that actually is.
Well, you're the king of heroin. I'm kidding.
Whoa.
I'm joking.
Whoa.
I'm joking. That's not something you joke about. Again,
I'm
offending people because
I
don't get it. I'm not good at joking. All right. Well, we've got to wrap up this podcast because I'll be honest, I've got to get my daughter to volleyball practice and she's going to be late.
Okay. Well, I mean, if this is inconvenient for you, I could keep going. I could keep going.
Do you want to keep going without me?
No, I think we've talked enough.
We have. We got it all in, and I've really got to get going.
I think we've yammered on enough, haven't we?
Yeah.
Haven't we droned on enough tonight?
Maybe people want more. If you want more, you know what? We're going to give you more next time.
I mean, we did a chock full podcast last time, and one of our listeners commented online. She said, wasn't long enough. I'm like, who are you calling not long enough?
Well, maybe next time we just won't shut up until we're done.
Yeah, we might.
But unfortunately, tonight we're done because I got to go.
We might do an hour and a half.
You never know.
Might do an hour and 45 next time.
Oh, Lord, no.
Can you imagine?
I don't want to hear that.
Maybe we should try to do a Guinness World of... What am I trying to say? Guinness Book of World Records bit for the longest continuous podcast.
No. Nobody would listen to that.
We just sit here for a week and do
No.
You don't think anybody would?
No.
All right.
It's a good thought, though, honey.
Well, okay.
If you can get it sponsored, great. We'll try.
I thought this was a safe place and all ideas were good.
No, that one was not.
Okay. Well,
but all your other ones are. My movie star husband.
I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
Love them too.
I love Living Spaces desperately. All our sponsors desperately. The University of Las Colinas desperately.
We'll let you know when it's available on Amazon Prime, hopefully.
Will we? Maybe.
We will. You have nothing to be ashamed of. It was good. You did good.
Maybe I'll just keep it a secret.
You did good, honey.
Okay, babe. Well, I love you, and I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon.
Mm-hmm.
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good